Yo, it's the Bodega Boys in the building.
You know what I'm saying? We rocking with Durag news all day, every day.
All right, don't get your news from anywhere else. If it's not Durag news, don't trust it. It's fake news.
It's fake news.
Fake news.
Durag news all day, you right?
All right, tie your straps and Durag tighter.
To the side.
Hello folks, thank you for tuning in for another segment of your favorite show, Durag News. I'm your host, Rich Freeman, back with some more news that you need to know. Did you watch the recent Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight? I'm sure most of you did, and we all know what happened. The Bronze Bomber got that ass whooped by the Gypsy King. Many viewers didn't expect for it to be such an easy win for the Gypsy. I know I didn't. He beat Deontay's ass from round 1 till the end, round 7. But with deeper investigation, we find that the win for Tyson Fury was not an even playing field. Now, what you're about to see is not an altered video with any tricks or edits, and this is not a conspiracy theory. Just some valid observations that we found while watching the boxing match. Throughout the fight, you will notice that Tyson Fury's left glove appears to be more loose than is regulated by the Boxing Commission, which allows him to slip his hand in and out of the glove so that when he is striking Deontay, he is hitting him with the part of the glove that has no padding at all. Notice how when he throws the left hook, his glove is folding backward awkwardly. No one's wrist can bend back like that unless their hand is not fully inside the glove or if they're fighting with a broken wrist, and his wrist was clearly not broken. Now you may say, what's the big deal? His hand slipped in and out of the glove. But you tell me, if you're getting punched in the back of the head and the neck with a bare fist, no padding, can you survive 12 rounds of a fight? I think not. And for the record, this is not the first time that this glove-gate accusation with Fury took place. The first fight between Wilder and Fury, you will notice the same thing. That glove been slipping off. If you do further research of Tyson Fury's background as a boxer, you'll find that he is all too familiar with the various cheating methods. Back in 2015, he was banned for testing positive after fighting Vladimir Klitschko because of testing positive for his steroid use of Nandrolol. This is a separate incident and does not validate the case for Glovegate, but it does provide some history on his suspect tactics. Now, we wanted to be one of the first to cover the Glovegate scandal because mainstream media is deciding to turn a blind eye to it for their own agenda. But I get it. This is all sports and entertainment anyway. It's like WWE, so it's fake. But it's okay, because here at Durag News, we come to you with the truth and with a bit of humor. We would like to cite our source of this analysis breakdown of Glovegate and give a big shout out to Young Pharaoh for his extensive analysis and receipts. And if you don't take my word for it, just do your own research. It's there. But just don't say, I didn't tell you so. The coronavirus is spreading and it is not showing any signs of slowing down at all. More than 92,000 people have been affected and over 3,100 deaths worldwide. So far in the U.S. alone, it has reported 11 deaths, which isn't so bad, respectively. But because the virus has spread to at least 74 countries, it is now being considered a pandemic. Not only has the coronavirus affected the health of people around the world, but also the economy of some nations. The outbreak has already caused factories, flights, and many events to be shut down. Such companies like Apple, MasterCard, United Airlines, and dozens of other companies fear that their profits will be hurt by the virus. But as of now, the coronavirus isn't hurting my pockets, and I don't know anyone that has been affected by the virus. So personally, I'm not taking it too serious. But it still doesn't hurt to protect yourself. So put on your mask and keep that hand sanitizer on deck at all times. Try not to shake too many people's hands. With more on the report, we tune in with our reporter, Dick Jonson. Dick, what them streets talking about?
What's up, everybody? Dick Jonson back here once again. And today, we're talking coronavirus. Is it real? Is it a mystery? Are people actually getting infected? These are the questions that we're gonna ask and we're gonna find out. Because one thing I do know, New Yorkers don't care about much, but I wanna see if they care about this one. Let's get it. What is your concerns on this new corona thing?
I'm tired of people coughing out loud, like not coughing out loud, but coughing out and not covering their mouth, especially in my school. Girls be sneezing and all that. I'm like, miss, can you like cover your mouth, please? But other than that, I feel like once people start to like realize that just simply covering your mouth is gonna help, because y'all coughing out. Even if you're outside, cover your mouth.
I can tell that it may be a little harder to get interviews today because people don't really trust nobody. And I don't really blame them. So, I got my hands sand, and we're gonna keep my hands real sane. So I see you have the face mask on, so what is your concerns about this corona thing?
Yes. Well, the only way to stop it spreading is not only washing your hand, but also you need to, stop from getting your hands with your nose and eyes.
And as you're saying that, you're doing that. So before we continue, we're gonna spray you down. Let's go.
Wait.
I got some hand sanitizer. Cause you saying don't dig in your nose, but you're digging your nose as you saying that. We're not playing that. You can rub that.
This is a prank, right?
No, this is not a prank. This is real. This is.
Prank.
I hope the corona is a prank. This is real life. Talking about. This is real life. You talking about no digging, but you digging.
I got my own hand
But see,
sanitizer
but
here,
now
right?
now I feel safer.
Nah.
So obviously he ain't that concerned because on live he was digging as he was talking.
Something I learned, which is it's a good idea to wear your mask because it stops your hand touching your face like 95 times a day. It won't stop you getting the virus, but just it stops you touching your mouth, which I thought was a kind of cool fact, no?
Very cool fact, and that's why I actually have this. So we got the double whammy. We got the hand protection and the face protection.
I'm not very concerned.
And why is that? Because you're in New York and you...
For myself, doesn't seem like there's anything here. People take care of themselves. You are.
Right? And you know why? Because that hand sand, you want some?
No, I'm good.
So I know you're hearing all of the news about this corona, all the stuff in the air. What's your thoughts on it? Do you think it's really going to be affecting people, or are you just kind of nonchalant, doesn't really matter?
I mean, people gotta be careful with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta be careful. They gotta clean their hands, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. Like, take care of them, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that. And you know, because you said take care of them hands, I got some from the hands. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to bless them. We're going to bless them. Get them hands right. Sanitize. We are sanitizing them handitizing. Don't be lazy. Take care of them hands, bro.
Thank you, man.
No problem. I know he's feeling safer now, right? It's a little easy talking to me now with my hands warm, right?
Yeah.
And the mask, I still see people with a mask. It's not helping nothing. You're still gonna get it either way. Sorry, but it's not gonna help. I'm telling you. So just cover your mouth, wash your hands, drink ginger ale, because that's gonna work.
Ginger
Vic,
ale?
Yep, ginger ale, Vicks. Come on now.
Ginger ale and Vicks. I love the mix.
But yeah, that's basically it.
You know what? I do have a gift for you.
You do?
Yes, I do.
What's that?
Hand sand. Go ahead, hook it up.
Thank you.
Stay safe, stay clean.
I don't think it's a hoax. I think it's something that is real. Because if it wasn't real, then so much people wouldn't have so much concern. I have concern too. And what I don't want to do is allow people have a lot of fear about it. What you want to know is drive out the fear, so let people be informed as to what the dangers of this virus is all about, Because the more people are knowledgeable, then they will know what action they are supposed to take to prevent it from spreading. And we don't really want this thing to spread. We realize just since today was reading some news or something that they were saying that someone in Manhattan here has it. And I don't know if that is really true, but I think education is good, knowledge is good. I have to try to do, and whatever we think should be the cure for it.
Yes.
Then we try to prevent, because they always say prevention is better than cure. So let's see what we can do,
I hear that. So education is key, correct?
Education is key, yeah. We need to educate the people about it, and they need to protect themselves as much as they can. That's what I think. But
You heard it from the OG right here. Protect yourself and educate yourself. And before you go, I gotta hit you with some hand sand. Stay safe out here, brother.
it is,
my world, you know you get it. Okay, listen. I spoke to the people. At this point, I did my job. I'm not trying to be out here too much longer because we really don't know what is going on. So, keep your hands clean, keep your clothes clean, and your mind clear, and you too may be safe from the coronavirus. For how long you could stay safe unless this thing is really real. But in the meantime, enjoy and always care like a New Yorker, because sometimes you don't care that much. Back to you, Rich.
Thank you, Dick. I'm glad you're able to get an in-depth analysis from the people of NYC. And at this point, it doesn't appear that most of us have been affected. But like I said, keep that mask on and keep that hand sanitizer on deck, because you really never know. These past few days, many of the Democratic candidates running for office have dropped out of the race. Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, Tom Steyer, and Mike Bloomberg have cut their campaigns short. It's crazy how Bloomberg has spent over $500 million in a 3-month span on political ads and campaign expenses, and that still wasn't good enough. Goddamn. That just goes to show you, no matter how much money you spend, the American people aren't going to support you just because you're a billionaire. Now that was a big waste. Just think of all that money he could have used instead of running to be president. Hey Bloomberg, I'm trying to buy some property here. How about you throw a brother a few bones? We could use it. And Tom Steyer, I guess all that chucking and jiving you did in North Carolina didn't work out for you, huh? Did y'all see his dance moves in North Carolina? Check this out. He's dancing next to Juvenile looking so lost. That boy looks like he's doing a Tootsie Roll dipped in mayonnaise. I wonder who told him that was a good idea. But at the same time, I respect anybody brave enough to dance when everybody's watching, knowing good and well that they can't dance. Now that you're out of the race, you have more time to take on some dance classes and get them moves right for the next run around. But at this point, there are 4 candidates left. Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, and Tulsi Gabbard. The frontrunners are Biden and Sanders with the most delegates, and I don't see any way Warren or Gabbard can catch up. As we get closer to choosing the Democratic nominee, I believe that the focus should be more on their agenda for our people. It's ironic how reparations is brought up early on during campaigns to get everyone excited and engaged, and then purposely neglected as the election day gets closer and closer. I ain't forget my what's up? Reparations is rightfully owed. We need to start putting the pressure on these candidates and asking them what plans they have for reparations for the descendants of slavery. And in much lighter news, on Monday, Kanye West showcased his newest looks in Paris Fashion Week, and I must say, I was impressed. He stayed true to his neutral ochre palette that gave the garments a raw look, using fabrics such as wool and a recycled leather with a more organic, rougher, and texturized appeal. As always, Kanye is not afraid to push the envelope and think outside of the circle of traditional fashion, and that leaves some critics to have their own opposing ideas of what fashion should be and where it's going. But as Kanye has said himself, the looks are all new interventions and new approaches to fashion. Not only were the garments untraditional, but even the space where the show took place was accompanied by car horns and sounds that reminded you of being in New York City. The most exciting part of the show wasn't the clothing, though. It was the performance by his daughter, North, who came out pure and free as a bird, rapping one of her new songs. I don't know what she was saying, but it sounded cool for a 6-year-old. Keep it up, kiddo. Keep doing your thing. And with more art and creativity, we check in with our art and cultural correspondent, Nista Fashion, who is in Queens, New York right now with the scoop on some local artists. Nista, what's going on over there?
Thank you, Rich. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Nista Fashion, and today we're at SQPA's 18th annual art exhibit. Today we're going to see many different kinds of arts from different kinds of painters. We have oil paintings to see, we have quilts to see, we have digital art, we have 3D art, so stay tuned for what we have in store. We're here with one of the art committees, Miss Julia Mann. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
I see that we're in front of your actual exhibit today. Can you tell us something about your collection?
Well, these are all paintings that I have done. Some of them are in frames. A lot of them are oils or acrylics. This is Baisley Park, right in our area.
Yes.
So many of these are parks in our area. I try to express the neighborhood so that you can see there's really beauty in Queens.
Hi, Miss the artist, Donna Lanson. How are you? Can you tell me something about your inspiration for some of your art today?
My inspiration is color. I've used a lot of color. Everything I have, I like to try to show my African West Indian roots, which is color. So I always tell people if you see something in black and white, it's not mine. So this is some of my pieces. These are some of my newest pieces for the show today.
We're here with artist Charles Lilly, who painted this beautiful painting here. Could you tell us something about this painting? And it's absolutely remarkable. Like, I'm in love.
Okay, well, this is one of my serious paintings. Serious in the sense that I put all of my focus and attention into the detail and to make sure that every inch of it is done to the best of my ability. So this is what I call my serious work. Seductive Innocence is the name of this painting. And I have several favorites. This is among them. Now, other works that I do, like the rest on this wall, are my fun works, fun paintings. I don't concentrate on the detail. I just concentrate on getting the likeness of the children and occasionally capturing their spirit or their souls. No detail I'm worried about. So if it's detail in there, fine. If it's not, doesn't matter. It's free, it's loose, it's fun.
We're here with artist Ellie Lescott. Ellie, can you please tell us about your paintings and what inspired your collection here today?
My collection is today, I admire always women always with me, and it's very spiritual, and I always love my mother, and the woman is always with me. As you see, each woman have an expression differently, have a story.
We're here with Shanae Vaughn. She is a 3D canvas artist as well as a painter. We're going to interview her and find out what she did today. So can you tell us what inspired you behind this beautiful piece right here?
So what inspired me about this beautiful piece is like our heart is a playground, right? If we choose to play, right? So I was just thinking of like all the different emotions I've had, like experiences, people, meeting people, like loving folks and people loving on you. And that's why I created this beautiful 3D colorful piece.
So I see that you have some paintings here as well. What inspired this piece right here?
This one is just honoring the men. Just honoring the men. It was actually like a test. Like I started doing like a test of how big I wanted to do it, or like what I wanted to create as far as honoring men. Because I do so many pieces that honor women. So this is my study for men.
So are you formally trained, or was this like a passion that you picked up along the way?
I'm gonna say it's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift with passion. I'm a vessel, the conduit to actually create work that speaks life into people and actually heal them. Like it's been like a safe haven for me. So I've had people who inquired about pieces and be like, oh my God, it's really speaking to me. Like, and they're like crying and everything. And I'm like, all right, or how did you know? Whatever that is. So it's a gift. So it's a gift.
We're here with Miss Linda Derry. She's a young, aspiring photographer. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your photography?
Well, I like to photograph a lot of different things. My favorite thing to photograph is nature. As you can see, I do a lot of flowers. I like to go out in the street at night, like the Nathan's photo, see what I can find, what looks really cool, what I think will look good in a composition, and anything that has to do with nature, pops of color is stuff that I like to photograph.
We're here with student and artist Inez Aholu. How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Can you tell us about your artwork today? What inspired you? How long have you been painting?
Well, I've been painting since I was in like kindergarten, but I was recently in a entrepreneur program, and we focused a lot on airbrushing t-shirts, but then we moved on to canvases. So most of this piece right here is marker and just regular paint, but the cool effects like the pink over here and the blue over here were made with airbrush, and then you see like the stars and everything. Those were made with airbrush too, but down here is made with Sharpie, and the effect of the yellow and the white to make it look like the moon was made with paint.
As you guys seen, we've seen some great artists. We got a chance to see some great work, some great paintings. It was beautiful. We spoke to many great creatives, and this SQPA 18th annual art exhibit was an amazing experience for me. I hope that it was an amazing experience for you guys there at home. Please, please, please take use of the information that you learned here today. There's a lot of programs that are available. Thank you so much. Till next time, Nista Fashion out. Back to you, Rich.
Wow. Thank you, Nista Fashion, for covering that dope story. Some of those artists are masters of the craft, and they really know how to illustrate with such precise detail. Me, on the other hand, I can't draw for shit. Although, I do know how to draw a good stick figure. Watch this. Voila. You can't tell me that's not good. Hey, but also, I know everybody knows how to draw these. If you grew up in the 90s, I knew everybody drew this while they were in school. What you think? You can't tell me you don't remember that. Well, that concludes this week's installment of Durag News. We appreciate your time and energy, because you could be doing a bunch of other things right now at this present time. But you chose to spend time with us, and that's dope, and we appreciate you for that. But before you go, we want you to not forget one thing. Always keep that Durag energy. Peace out.